Alright, let's try this out. A little bit of noise. 1-3000 testing, 1-3 testing. I think that the mic is actually really loud, which is good because the other one was too low. I don't know how good it is in terms of actual. I think it's a little bit better quality. What I'm worried about is that the background noise is going to be too low. So, okay, here goes. Alright, let's try this out. It is in terms of actual. I think it's a little bit better quality. What I'm worried about is the background noise. Let's try this out. I think it's just fine. I'm just gonna lower the noise a little bit for the output just in case, and we're gonna do 55. I think 55 should be decent. Shouldn't be much of a change. I've been doing it at 50, but I think even at 50 sometimes I have too much. At 40 I had too much background noise and I couldn't hear my voice. Let's go for 50. We'll take it from there. We're gonna do 50. We'll see. We're gonna change it in the future. Not sure. Anyway, I gotta get myself going to this MSQ. Sounds weird. Okay, we're gonna be fine. It's really annoying how they always ask, "Oh, how many people you got?" Come and make the fucking company great. What's it matter how many people you got? If you are like-minded with things that we are putting forward, just join me. Don't be such a nag. Sometimes I don't even feel like replying to these people. Oh, the Eye of Horus. Nice. I need to remember what I was doing with this whole thing. So this is gonna be my house. New Corsica and Everfall. I'm gonna go back and forth between these two. Ready to go. Choose the assets that follow emo devs trail. Oh, I remember that. I was doing the quest yesterday with the goats and whatnot, and then I had to go actually to Imhotep again after I killed him. Well, I weakened him, and you give him the elixir, so you realize that he's just going a little bit crazy because he's lived too many lives. But now you have to go to the actual place of Set, or Sutek, as they call him here. Let's see. Oh no, I have to go all the way here. I'm definitely putting it on my new headphones. It all sounds very crisp, a little bit too loud, I think. Down a little bit. little bit loud. Just a little slightly bit loud. Should be good. Just easy stuff for the stream. Is it gonna take me all the way back to that? It's actually gonna take me all the way back to that. It reset the whole quest line for some reason. Am I gonna have to do the whole thing again? That would be so annoying.
Witness the power of the ancients. Feel their wrath. I am the keeper of mysteries, guardian of secrets. Even you cannot stand against the ancients. Stop fighting me! End this pointless battle! Join me!
Oh my god.
You can aid my efforts to appease the gods! Aeternum belongs to the ancients! Let them reclaim it! It has been nothing but a curse on our people!
Imhotep, senior in his he's double Imhotep.
I am lost in darkness. The abyss swallows me. Ra's light, this elixir is... Oh, here, take it. It's the key to unlocking Sutek's. You will also need a code.
Alright, they have already done this. I don't know why I want me to do this whole thing again. This is what I was doing. Use the Eye of Horus to on the ancient. So just kind of turned on over there. All these little cacti all over the place. Alright. Okay, finally I got here. New part of the story, the Book of Gates. Who's died? Book of Gates. Ooh. The wisdom of the ward is. I don't know what the wisdom of the ward is. Dr. Immortality. Where is he? Probably up here. It's here there. Yes. Whoa, cool.
You have the code. Excellent. Ghazi's faith in you is not misplaced. Her instincts are never wrong. I wish she could see how she would benefit the people of New Corsica. She must stop hiding.
Hiding?
Nothing to be concerned over. You have far more important matters to worry about at the moment. Now that you have the code and the eye, here is the location of Sutek's necropolis. It was hidden long ago to ensure the slumbering ancient would not be disturbed. That must not happen. You must prevent Sutek's return at all costs, but be prepared for a great battle.
Okay. Oh, I'm gonna fight
may already be there.
Nice.
And that monster's power is terrifying. I will be fine thanks to you, my dear friend. Please, come back to us. Ghazi and I have become quite fond of your striking visage. And she would be most distraught to lose another loved one.
Got the white cats. Nice, that's pretty cool. Kinda weird because Sutek, he wants some sort of an aid of Ra, the god of light, the god of sun, which is not the sun, as I said, the theme of light goes beyond. Why would I have to fight Sutek or Set if it is Apophis who is the Lord of the Underworld, unless he has had some sort of a... Oh, actually, it's inside there. Unless Apophis has somehow influenced Sutek in a way. And I just love that we're talking about real Egyptian lore and real Egyptian gods, and not like random lore thing, like these are the gods. It's right here. Just actually, it's like a soul trial, I think. I have my maze because I think I gotta do some trials with my maze to unlock the quest. First Gate of Sinners. HP, what? Complete the ordeal of the 9 gates. What does that even mean? Resting place of an ancient... So Diana, I think Diana is Artemis, who is, oh, that was a really cool item in the lore. So it's the same goddess coming back and forward to different times as Artemis in the Roman pantheon, or as this Vienna woman who is like a druidess. I don't know what I'm doing. Maybe that one? Oh man. Okay, I think I see what's happening here. So I just started where I want to go, I think. I can just go there. Oh no. Oh god. Alright. This is why Google exists. Looking for company info. Okay, we got a recruit with us. Discord, like, I just made a whole Discord for them to like just join, and everything is in there. Alright. So if anyone is looking for a company, I am recruiting Hudson US East. /. I wish you could just use links. That's so stupid. I wonder why you cannot use links. Probably because people just link all sorts of nonsense. You should be able to just link links. It's pretty annoying otherwise. HS.j was. All right. Thankfully we get Google. Ordeal of the 9 gates. Tricky puzzle filled with teleport. Like, I don't want to do puzzles. I just want to do lore, man. It's the end of the day. I don't want to do a puzzle. Oh, so it's whatever you read, you have to open that big thing and you go HB. Kinda cool. If I had more time and I wasn't rushing for the story, this would be like a neat, interesting thing to do. Kinda like all of this knowledge hidden behind all these puzzles. Kinda cool. I go for the P. Now the sand clock thingy. Now the inverted A. Thank God for Google. It's actually taking me here. Pretty interesting. Oh, I forgot where it was. Okay. E. There it is. Dawn. The necropolis of Sutek and face of Buffy's. Nice. Let's do it. It's actually pretty cool that you have to go through these sort of riddles to unlock these hidden knowledge, like this Egypt area of Brimstone Sands or whatever it is. It's I like it. If I had more time and if I wasn't rushing for the new expansion, I would totally do those riddles. But yeah, pretty cool. So it's a office. The young creator. Press this long enough. That's a little bit loud. Some new awakenings in there. Let's go. Oh my god. Nope. Oh my god. I almost died there. Eat mineral vine. These great barriers. It's like doing awakening before doing awakening. That's pretty cool. I mean, the beginning of the. I think I just gotta suck him. Otherwise, he's just gonna keep on attacking. Maybe it's annoying. What an annoying thing. There it is. I miss my life staff so much. Just like using the life staff. Yeah, you actually gotta pay attention here, otherwise it's gonna be very bad. What are you doing? I'm literally oiling my weapon as he's sucking me. Oh my god. Jesus Christ. Fights are really good. They're kinda hard. Cool. So his name is Apophis the Uncreator. He's like the shadows, the void, the enemy of Ra, the light of Ra. Lord of the Necropolis and exit soul trial. Let's see. See what we can find here. Alright. Should be something here. Okay. Ooh, elite ancient chest. This is like a big coffin of sorts. Sutek's tomb. Oh, so it's like right here. Let's see. Wait, so was it Apophis who was controlling Sutek here? Very interesting.
Yes! Blessed be the light of Ra! I sense the foul presence of Apophis banished to the sands. I was hoping I would not have to confront the demon myself. I was cautiously optimistic. And you are not my sword. You are the sword of Brimstone Sands.
Yeah.
Please, return to New Corsica. Kazi will be worried sick and will be delighted to see you. She spent far too many years looking at this very old face. It's you she will be eager to see. And I will be glad to see the two of you reunited.
What? Oh, I'm lazy. I'm just gonna fast track it. Wait. Oh yeah, he's dealing with that. Oh, like, who the hell is that? For a second I thought he was a newbies. Where am I gonna see a newbies?
Bring your beautiful visage here, and let me gaze upon you for a few moments. It is so good to see you.
I see what you're doing there, Amazon.
The flush of color would suit you. I knew you would do it. My instincts are never wrong, remember? I hope we'll be seeing much more of each other. Under far less nerve-wracking circumstances.
Oh, Amazon.
The sword of Brimstone returns. You have defeated a mighty demon and brought order to this land. I will be forever grateful for the great service you have done for my people. A fair question. I am now a reflection of all my past lives. But they are in balance thanks to your tasty elixir. If I am to choose a title, then I choose Imhotep the Physician. For the time has come to heal the land.
Look at the wickets.
It is good to see hope restored to these sands. But I must confess that I am troubled by the reactivation of the Aeneid, knowing that Artemis is involved and that she sought to raise Sutek. It does not bode well. I fear that is what the signs do clearly portend. Though Artemis was known to take human form, her hatred for our species was legendary. I'm not surprised she invested much of her power in the Angry Earth. But where that leads us, I'm not sure. The ancients often had shrines they favored, where they received guests. I recall hearing her shrine featured a small fountain, or a well of some sort. It's likely long gone now. Yes! Yes! That's it! That's the name! Go to the daughter well. You must. There may be answers there. But be careful. If the wrath of an ancient has been stirred, I pray the light of Ra protects you. Protects us all.
Light of Ra. The theme of light keeps reoccurring on and on and on and on. Another interest, so he had a lot of titles. He was priest of Ra, he was deified. This is why he's saying, what should I call me? What am I now? I am a healer. I must heal the land. He was known, the real Ra, the real Imhotep, to be one of these healers in antiquity, very much like the prophet of Christianity and some others that became these healers in the ancient world. This is why we even have the archetype of the healer in MMORPGs. Very interesting. Another interesting thing that he said was the whole concept that wait, I want to go and walk through New Corsica as I do this. Do a little bit of video here. Okay, how do I do it? Okay, there we go. Recording. All right, so yeah, another interesting thing that he said had to do with the whole concept that he now is all of his lives. Now, this is a recurrent theme in the real research of the afterlife, analysis of consciousness, of reincarnation. There has been studies from a couple of sources now, quite a few sources from a few doctors that are studying this, that are suggesting this is a real thing, from children who remember their lives with extreme accuracy from the past. Now he's saying, I remember all of my lives now, and I can deal with them. This is quite interesting because seeing the little flowers here, it's quite a bit of a synchronicity, because I remember in one of the books that I read, I think it was the Buddha, or I think it was another one, where he goes into a cosmic field and he sees all these little flowers in this cosmic field, and he realizes that every single flower was one of his previous lives, and he's contemplating all of them. So now I think in the game they are going with the whole thing that Imhotep died a bunch of times in Aeternum, so this is why he's dealing with all these lives. But as I said in the Egyptian Book of the Dead, in the real one, people go into this judgment, this duat, and they face the wrathful deities, and that's where they have their life reviews and whatnot. And it all has to do with how they conceive their previous lives and what they've learned. It seems to be a larger soldier. So I find this whole thing that he says, now I'm able to deal with all of my previous lives, and I am moving on with healing the land. So it's a thing to keep in mind. It goes beyond what most people think. Yeah, actually, I'm about to start the... I think I'm about to start the Angry Earth now. Okay. I think I actually just finished this. It wasn't too long. That was nice. Sometimes, I came from the main storyline, and the main storyline is like super long, so it's kind of a mess. I remember doing this quest like a year ago. You actually fight her somewhere around here. I didn't know she was Artemis. Yeah, she's always been here. I remember that. I thought that was a pretty cool fight. Put down the overgrown vines. Okay. There's the shrine. Oh, that's actually pretty cool. There she is. She's Artemis. I absolutely love how I think at the beginning, New World, they wanted to do this super weird sort of I don't know, like random lore, and now they're connecting everything to real world lore with Artemis and Imhotep, and we didn't even go through Thought. It was only the Shrine of Thought. There was Anubis, but we didn't even go through that. So I think this is some sort of a sculpture of Artemis, like the actual goddess from Greece, from Rome. And there's the ancients over there, always watching. Very interesting stuff. Absolutely loving it.
Apophis is returned to the sands, and Sutek remains at rest. But the hunt has only just begun. This hunt will be my greatest yet. The wretched mass of humanity, my ultimate prey. When we first appeared before them, humans were eager to learn, hungry for guidance. We approached them in forms that were familiar, and showered them with blessings. But they lacked the purity shared by other creatures of these lands. I warned my brethren. These beings were not worthy of eternal life. But the gift was bestowed nonetheless. And what thanks did we receive? The fools turned against us. I knew then, annihilation of the species was our only option. But greater threats emerged, requiring our attention. Years passed. We tried to live here in peace and harmony. But the twisted ambitions of humanity have reinvited disaster time and again. Now, however, the power of the Aeneid flows through the veins of Aeternum, fuel for my grim task. I will undo the mistake my brethren made so long ago. I will revoke the gift and restore your mortal birthright to a final and inevitable death.
Wow, that was really cool. Return to the library in Corsica to warn Imhotep. Alright, but before I do that, before I do that, I gotta go a little bit beyond the lore because that was really, really cool. So she says that the ancients, I think she was talking about them as the ancients, were the ones who were teaching humanity all these new things and sort of helping them, and the humans wanted to learn. So it's a story that we are finding out right now, that all throughout the ancient civilizations there are all these mysteries, and this idea that these beings came from the quote-unquote heavens and down to teach us things, but it is the human corruption, like in real life and in the game, that prevents us from truly acquiring this knowledge, from truly overcoming our own flaws in a sense. So then the ancients wanted to kill us. The ancients wanted to get rid of the creation and revoke this immortality. It has to do with the Garden of Eden. It has to do with this whole idea of of humans not being worthy of the gifts of the gods. It is pretty cool. It's deeper than you think. And this are, as I said, this is all over Gnosticism. This is all over the Egyptian and the Tibetan teachings. And as I said, this is in modern research in altered states of consciousness. People are going into, they are dying and they're going to a cosmic field. They take mushrooms and they are going into these quote unquote DMT realms, and they are contacting these beings who are sometimes dragons, and sometimes they are beings of light, and sometimes they are religious figures, or may what you know, as I said, and Terence McKenna said, they are orbs of light, like self-dribbling basketballs, but they teach you all these secrets and mysteries, and it is sort of like the same story. This idea that these beings were trying to help us, they are still trying to help us, and they come throughout history as different beings or different gods and goddesses, like Artemis right here. But now she's saying we are not worthy, so sometimes they try to get rid of us, undo their creation, undo their little experiment. And I think there's something very real in that. It seems like there is some sort of trial. Very, very cool lore in the world. It taps into some of this larger lore, but in a real theme, because this is the real goddess. This is Artemis. It's very, very cool, very interesting. I just thought something. Do you have to finish Brimstone Sands to start Angry Earth? You don't need to finish the Brimstone Sands storyline to start the Angry Earth expansions content. You can access Angry Earth by following the main storyline. Main story quest. Okay. Well, yeah, that was my question. It's completing some initial main story quest. It will be directed to Eden Grove, and from there the questline will take you to an expansion. I have no idea. I think I'm wondering if I'm gonna have to really push all the story for Nighthaven, but I don't think so. I think these stories are kind of even separated in a sense. I don't know. Let's see if I can recruit some more people here. I got thrown off that thing where people are just speaking randomly. Sometimes it gets very weird.
don't know about you, but I could use a hot bath and a nice long nap. Some company would be nice as well.
I don't want to talk to her. Why did it prompt me to talk to her? I want to talk to Imhotep. Who cares about her?
You've returned. I would guess a confrontation with Artemis did not occur then. Did you learn anything more regarding her ambitions?
She intends to end her immortality.
An end to immortality is an end to humanity on Aeternum. It is a great purge after all. The final one. Great Pata, I hope not. But I intend to find out. This will require much research. Our work continues, Sword of Brimstone. I fear we may eventually have to confront Artemis. And we will need much help if we are to do that.
Sword of Brimstone. Okay. Now what? Invasion of Artemis. Gain requires resistance. While the ancient hunters Artemis. Collect seeds. Yeah, Angry Earth in Division 1 also collect seeds for Inoculate to enter and then war with the Rangers and Druids. Region to assess the enemy. Interesting. Precious.
I was looking forward to spending weeks poring over these dusty tomes. Seems that we'll have to wait for some time now. Ha! The furious vengeance of the angry earth has ravaged First Light. We should have seen this coming. I should have seen this coming.
Eternity. Wasted on human ambition. Time has no claim on the Eternal Isle. Nature must rise and reign.
Mighty lords, let us cleanse these lands.
Change will come.
End them.
But the future is fixed for neither man nor beast.
Is it bugged? What's happening here? Next.
After hearing from Imhotep what transpired here, I now realize what's happening in First Light. The vengeance of Artemis, it seems.
Jesus, humanity.
To think that one of the ancients walked among us all this time! And you managed to prevent her awakening Sutek. Such chaos! I was a fool to ignore signs Adiana wasn't merely an aloof huntress, making veiled threats. Defying an ancient's will to tap the Motherwell against corruption has kindled her wrath, and First Light pays the price. It's often acts committed in desperation that lead to even more desperate consequences. But we console ourselves thus. And now we must arrest the angry Earth's vengeance, else First Light is only the beginning. Aye, a horrific transformation unfolds beyond the bramble wall. I accompanied the druids to witness it myself. But they are too busy looking at trees to see this goes beyond any forest. We need you there, Soul Warden. Bah! Parting the brambles is easy. But the air beyond is befouled with noxious spores, and we must prepare. The angry earth nearby carry the key element of the inoculate. Gather their seeds while I prepare the brew.
So Jupiter scroll for seeds for more gains in Archelite. Okay. Where? Whoa. What's that? That's an alligator. to Blossom. Oh. Will you stop calling me? Now you deal with them. Oh, I think I actually need that. Please no mechanics. I don't know the mechanics. No one knows the mechanics, man. What are you talking about?
Ah! I forgot how refreshing it is to work with one so efficient. A day's work with those incompetent druids takes a full week. The seeds you gathered are for them. I already had enough for your inoculate. Here, quaff it quickly. Aye, and breathe freely within. I shall go ahead and mark the way, and you can meet me at the encampment just within the territory. We'll have to endure the insufferable druids together. They're all we have for support.
Remember that these druids are not the brightest. They're kind of like a little bit all over the place. Alright, we actually have to come here, finally. Here, what is it? Spyglass Bridge Capital. Ooh. Wow, that's actually really cool. Is this thing gonna attack me? Yep. Go to last light. Encampment. should go to the... Whoa. What's this first light? I don't even remember.
You've been inoculated against the noxious spores, but I have nothing to ward off the ignorance of fools. Be wary. Some in this camp cannot grasp how little they know, nor will they welcome your counsel. Aye, we must humor them for the time being at least. Share the inoculate with Archdruid Traherne first. We need him healthy. Then speak with Alchemist Edred. He has more sense than the others.
Hail, Soul Warden. Deep peace to you. Your arrival is a healthy wind in this struggling encampment. Is that the inoculate Morgaine promised? Well now. That's the first kindness from her since we met. That is a surprise. But I must refuse. There are others whose need is far greater. Seems everyone has a different tolerance to these spores. Please, if you will, share the inoculate with those who've fallen ill.
Yes. Morgaine mentioned you'd be coming, and that you can help me with this. I believe I've uncovered a vulnerability in the Angry Earth's campaign. A way to eavesdrop on Artemis's intentions. We've known for centuries the Angry Earth share a sort of hive mind, communicating with one another through roots and spores.
Okay.
Seems the strength of Artemis's emotions makes her messages comprehensible. More like feel. Touch the roots on the embankment, and you'll understand what I mean. I've shared this insight with Morgaine as well. You should discuss the implications with her after you experience it for yourself.
Experience it. Interesting. It says she communicates with her emotions. I have to remember that she's a goddess. Okay. It's right here to the north. Murmuring Roots. Okay. Let's see what this is all about. This might be interesting. I didn't see that thing there. It's kind of camouflaged.
The Elysian wilds are born, my brothers and sisters. Spread our influence across forest and mountain until all Aeternum is ours. Restrain any humans you find and bring them to me. They have a purpose yet.
So it is very much like when Isabella talks to you and she kind of gets in your mind, and now he says that he doesn't feel, it's the emotion of Artemis that communicates to the angry earth and commands through this emotion. So you have to remember this Artemis woman. I mean, she's a goddess, she's a Diana, she's the goddess of the hunt. She's an ancient. So it's kind of cool that New World reveals to you this lore that she's actually an ancient. An ancient is basically a god, an alien from the heavens who created this alter reality of purgatory and heaven, who was supposed to be an immortal heaven for humans, and the ancients were gonna share everything that they knew with us. But then humans became corrupted. Humans were weak. Humans were not of the divinity of the gods. They are not worthy of their gifts. So now they took everything from us, and this is why the ancients went away. This is why there's this treatment from the gods to humans, because we are just not worthy. We proved ourselves that we are just warring clans, fighting each other, killing each other. So we are not worthy of it. It is a very interesting theme in the lore, and the fact that they use real gods and goddesses to portray their lore is a very interesting aspect. And as I said, if you go beyond the lore, this is a real story that keeps repeating, as I said, in the modern research. When you go deep into the occult and the Nag Hammadi and Gnosticism and the Apocryphal, you find the same story going on and on and on. Basically, these gods who came from the stars, they came down and they were the gods and they taught humans things. Then humans became corrupted, became evil. They didn't get it. They don't understand. This is why humans have to come to this earth and live life after life after life in order to pass this judgment of thought, this judgment of the Egyptian Book of the Dead. When you get your heart gem in this game, as I said, you measure your heart on the scale. If you can understand and absorb and overcome the light of Ra, that's when you become enlightened, which is what that's what I was saying. When Imhotep says, Imhotep, the actual Imhotep that you do quests for in this game, it's supposed to be the actual one. He was a priest of Ra, and he says, now that he has understood all of his lives, now he's ready to heal the land. So it's the same thing. This is what it is said about all the ascended masters, whether the Buddha, whether the prophet of Christianity. When they understand it, when they have lived many lives, then they understand it, they get it. And basically the understanding is that you are one with the powers that be. This is just like little things. This is why the communication is telepathic. This is why Artemis communicates through the land and through your head. And this is why when Isabella was corrupted, she talks to you straight to your head, because we're living in a non-physical purgatory sort of realm here in Aeternum. So the communication is instantaneous. It is. These things are in the real research. Just Google how they are doing this quantum communication nowadays. There's a Chinese research going into that. So it's pretty interesting, and I love that the lore is exploring all these themes. Okay, our salvation is at hand. We fall first alive at the moment that we are safe. For how long I can only speculate, but the circumstances are far beyond my hopes. Scores of adventurers have flown into first light to confront the great evil that has infected our land. Those of us that remain have even returned to our homes, trusting to the great host of new warriors that have entered this domain can keep the wilds at bay. So far we have lost no more of our citizens. This place is not finished. Fresh start in a new place. For now, though, I shall try to have hope and to spread confidence among the very citizens of First Light. What's your neural lens? Kind of curious because First Light, when the game launched, it was my favorite area in all of Aeternum, and I remember I was just hanging around there because it was named First Light, and I was doing this research into near-death experiences where people go and talk to the light, and I was playing World of Warcraft where the whole game is about the light, and I started seeing those things, and then I learned about the Aesop in this game, and I made that video. It's a 30-minute video that is in this channel, and I talk about the Aesop and Manly Behold and how it is the ether and the quintessence of the ancient alchemical philosopher's stone. And it's the ether, it's the quantum physics, is what constitutes reality and all physical matter. It is quite interesting that, I don't know, sometimes you get these synchronicities.
So, you've heard the ominous words of the Huntress, have you? Somehow she sounds different, knowing she's an ancient.
Yeah, it makes it all different, 100%.
No matter. The content of her message is the greater concern. I trust you agree. I fear discovering the answer to that question will do little to increase our morale, which is already sapping in this place. Nonetheless, we must learn all we can of Artemis's plans and how we might stop this madness. With these savage beasts and even the plants aligned against us, there is no safe place for any in this region. I had hoped the settlement to the south would still be standing, but I fear otherwise. Yes, particularly with this revelation that Artemis may have some twisted intent for them. The Rangers have searched fruitlessly so far, but that is no surprise. If you wish to help them, speak to Captain Hargist.
It's so cool that I have that video because I have all the video. I made it on First Light, and First Light no longer exists in the game, so it's kind of like I have it recorded there.
Ah, the hero of Aeternum. Morgane predicted you'd come, though I'm skeptical of the claims the sorceress makes with such certainty. Nonetheless, I welcome any capable combatant. We're spread thin as gossamer down here. There's little to say. We know Artemis is here. The plants mutate rapidly and the beasts grow more savage. Our scouts face peril whenever they leave camp. Just now, the last patrol has even failed to report back in. There's some pluck. I'll take it. We've lost scouts, but an entire patrol? This is worrisome. They ranged out by the Lake of Forelak, so check there first and be vigilant. The land itself strains to destroy us.
Search for the missing patrol in the wilds. Alright, I'm gonna get my faction quest, because I really need to. I'm gonna get rid of this because it's so far away. I really need to level up my faction. Get some faction quests over here. Just try to recruit someone.
Hail, traveler! Keep your mind sharp, and your blade sharper. The wilderness shows no mercy. Do you seek noble works? Or perhaps requisition?
I should be able to push it. I don't know why. Reputation is capped. What do you mean it's capped at 26,000? I think I kind of want to just do one or two. Make sure that I am advancing on this. What is this? Oh, I think this is the one for Kotlaskis. It's a different, it's entirely a different thing. Interesting. Okay, so we got a quest here. Good. I thought this was gonna be somewhat of a boring expansion here in the Elysian Fields. I mean, and I just added it. But the whole theme of Artemis being an ancient and wanting to destroy you because you're not worthy of the gifts of the divine, she wants to destroy humankind. It's the ancients, at least some of them want to destroy you. It's a really cool theme, actually. Like, you're literally just fighting divinity and fighting the gods for survival. It's a very cool theme, to be honest. I'm sure I should go this way. Right here and then south. Another village. Well, not nice. There are a bunch of mutant rats here. You're watching.
Did Hargus send you? It's about time. Something strange is afoot here. It may be the spores. We all lost our bearings. We spooked a ragged-looking woman by the water, and we went after her. And then I was alone. Yes, the trees and plants assailed us as we ran, and we got separated. I must search for them. But Hargus says survivors were top priority. That makes sense. I think she's hiding out in one of the hovels at the lake. Her eyes were wild, like she may be infected with some strange angry earth madness. I suggest approaching with caution.
Oh. Alright, I think I'm gonna call it here. I'm pretty tired, I don't know why. I'm gonna wake up earlier tomorrow. I'm absolutely loving the lore of New World. As I said, I think it's gonna be like, I absolutely thought that I was gonna hate these Elysian Fields, because when I started playing this game, and even at the beginning, they tell you a little bit about the Angry Earth, and basically it is that it's just nature trying to overcome the corruption, and the way that they do that is by simulating life. So this is why you got that deer over there made of wood and fungi and petals of flowers and whatnot, because it's trying to simulate living biological beings of a different kind, because I mean wood and plants and so on, they are biological beings as well, but they are trying to mimic reality. But now you know that what is behind this angry earth is Artemis, the goddess of the hunt. And it's not Artemis, she's an ancient, she's a being that is a goddess, like a goddess, but Imhotep tells you they are not gods, they are something else. But then he goes into his whole crazed maniac episode, and he says no, they are gods, and you shouldn't try to understand them. So it's like the Daedra, it's like these demons who, what are they? Are they gods or are they not? And it is really cool that they, as I said, they explain to you that They try to help you. They try to come in contact with humanity, and that is the like the original scene, like this sense of abandonment that humans have. They feel that they have been abandoned by their gods. You see it in every lore. You see it in the Elder Scrolls with the Aedra. You see it in Guild Wars 2 with the Six Divines. You see it with this game. Now the Ancients just left you to the corruption. And all of this is because humans become corrupted. They become evil. They become assassins. And they start worshipping the god of death. And oh my god, what is the god of death in Elder Scrolls? Oh, I forgot. Cities, the god of death. So they start worshipping these gods of death and destruction, and very much like in Final Fantasy, where the beings and the worship of the gods is what keeps them alive, because they get the anima, like in World of Warcraft. So you get this perennial lore. When you go deeper into it, you realize that there is this perennial lore all over the place, and it's all pointing towards the same thing: is humans are some sort of an experiment by the gods or the ancients or the aliens or the angels, or the archons, whatever you may call them. But something went wrong. Maybe it's us that we don't get it. Maybe it's the gods themselves that trick us, and maybe it's that they are evil themselves, or imperfect in a sense. It's this whole battle between good and evil, but it's beyond. It's about perfection and imperfection, and it's about becoming perfected. And as I said, all of the occult themes, all the occult books, all the occult literature and philosophy leads towards the same theme, about overcoming this imperfection, cleansing oneself. So when the time comes to put your heart on the scale of thought, of the final judgment, you're able to withstand the light of Ra. It is pretty cool stuff. As I said, go Google near-death experiences. This is what people are experiencing when they die. They go into a live review and they see this bright light, which is all-encompassing and all love and all intelligence and all strength. But sometimes it's too much for them. They cannot understand it. They cannot bear it, because they judge themselves. They judge the things that they did in their lives. It's pretty cool stuff. Go Google it. It's a real thing. It's not just lore. It's not just nonsense. It's not just religion. It's a real thing. But anyway, I'm done rambling for the night. So if anybody catches this, thank you so much for watching. We'll see you in the next one. Peace.